And so it begins. I put it out there on Saturday after my morning walk on the beach, and the channeled messages I got that I needed to let my voice be heard. And it's been weighing on me. What do I say? Of course, judgment comes in, and is my message going to resonate? And I swear all of you guys have been putting messages out and commenting on my post. You've really inspired me to do this. I walked on the beach this morning. I came on to the beach and was greeted by 2 dolphins, giving me so much love when I needed it the most. I've had the best birthday. And I think you guys have seen that. I just had a very transformative trip. And yesterday, it kind of came crashing down on me. And one of the women, probably one of the most significant women in my life, she's passing. And I didn't feel it until yesterday. Well, actually, I felt it Saturday, but I didn't know until yesterday. And it's my grandmother. And I came out on the beach this morning to heal and to be loved by the ocean and by the sun and just be comforted. So to see those 2 dolphins, I felt it. I also asked for space. Typically there's the normal walkers on the beach, and we always share big smiles and big waves, and today I asked for space and just to be held, and I felt it. And I talked to my grandmother, and I said, I need a sign that you're with me and that you hear me and that you know how much I love you. And normally I'm picking up tons of trash. Some would call it trash. I always call it messages, because I always find interesting thoughts when I get these. Not one piece of trash today. But I found this beautiful shell pretty far down on my walk, and I picked it up. And it's funny, it's really weird, but they look like nipples to me. I'll post a picture, you can see it. But you could hear the ocean, and I felt like that was my grandmother's gift to me, that I could always talk to her, hear her. So today is International Women's Day, and I figured, what way to honor grandmother by starting my video, and I hope to be the first of many honoring her. I'll post more about my story, and you'll see her woven into them. And so many memories came back on this beach this morning, on this walk. And she was a woman of grace. She was a woman of power. I think my masculine energy has been inspired by her. She's fearless, but she has such grace. And she was a woman of dignity. And she wasn't a woman of emotion or really telling you how she felt. But last night, when I talked to her in the hospital, which was I think was my goodbye message, she told me how much she loved me and how special I was. And in her way, probably wished she said it more, but I always knew it. My grandmother was a fan of luxurious things, minks, fine jewelry, the world's best spas. I admired that in her. She had a zest for life, and she rewarded herself, and it was never about an ego and showing off. And I feel like I emulated that. On my 25th birthday, my grandmother was so excited to give me a gift. And I have this picture, I have a family picture of that day. It's in my bookcase. And it's a funny picture because it has my ex-husband and his family in it. And honestly, I got rid of all those pictures. But this one picture I couldn't get rid of. And I kept it. I kept it up on my bookcase, right in my living room where I can see it all the time. And I look at it fondly. And that day, she gave me such a special gift. And not because of the value of it, but because of what it meant. My grandmother said to me, it was a diamond 18 karat gold Cartier watch, and which as any gift is like, wow, but when you're 25, I don't think I recognize the importance of it. I did, but I didn't. And she gave it to me, and she said, I bought this watch when I felt like I made it. And she was so proud of herself when she bought it, and so proud of what she accomplished. And that was her gift to herself, honoring herself. You know, she didn't have the best upbringing, but she made something of herself with grit and perseverance. And that's what I was emulating. And I always wanted to be like her. And she gave me that watch because she was so proud of the woman I was becoming. And she saw me in her, or she saw herself in me. And she wanted me to have that watch. And, you know, the funny part is I wore it kind of excessive, wearing that at 25. But I wore it, and I always felt her. I always felt her. And I knew she wore that watch when she had good days, and she had hard days, and she had to grind through things and have tough conversations and be uncomfortable. And I always felt her strength. And I wore it on my left hand, which has your receiving hand. And I always received her love and her strength through that watch. And today, I didn't know what I was going to talk about, but I knew I needed to honor her and just love her. She inspired me. I know I'm inspiring others. That's partly because of her. And, you know, today is International Women's Day, and I'm sitting at the beach in my happy place. And I just want to honor my grandmother and honor, I didn't realize her femininity. I did, but as I've been getting in tune with my own, especially this week, it was so fitting to find these shells. So I found one for myself, and then I felt guilty. I'm like, here I have a channel to my grandmother, but my sister and my cousin don't. So there was 3 of us, all girls. And later on, I found another one, and I said, okay, this is for my sister. And then what I heard was, like, these are our walkie-talkies to my grandmother. And then I knew exactly where I was going to sit to make this video. And as I was walking up to these steps, I found a small one, and I knew that was for my cousin. Because as I think my grandmother's going to pass today or sometime soon, my cousin is giving birth today to a baby who we know is such a God-given baby. I put in my post this weekend that a year ago, my uncle died. And I mourned his loss bad. And his daughter, his only daughter, who honestly I didn't really ever think was going to get married or have kids, she got pregnant, and today she's having her baby. Her first child is a girl. So cute, looks just like her. And today she's having a boy, and everyone in the family knows it's my uncle coming through. Even my grandmother last night, she was joking. She's like, they think that baby's gonna have a blue eyes, but no Greek baby's having blue eyes. So as my grandmother passes, this baby coming in is gonna have such a part of her and my uncle and my grandfather. So the third shell I found today was a baby, and it's so symbolic. My grandmother's with us. She's with us all. And I know she's given us all strength and all inspiration. So I didn't expect my first video to be crying, but life is real, and I'm tapping into my authentic self, and this is what I felt moved to share. And yeah, so I love you all, and thank you for being on this journey with me. And I hope you got something out of this, but you'll see more of me feeling as naked as these shells and as exposed as these shells, but this is part of my healing, and I feel like it's maybe inspiring others to look at their life maybe a little bit more examined, work through some stuff that maybe has been buried, and really living your life through love, because at the end of the day, it's not about stuff, but it's about the people you love and loving yourself. So anyway, to all the women out there, happy International Women's Day. I love you all. To the guys out there who are tapping into your feminine energy, happy Women's Day to you too. And just sharing love and honoring my grandmother today. Beatrice, you're a really special woman. So anyway, thank you.